It just sits, it builds.
Yeah.
You're
nice.
like, I wasn't feeling it in my ears 5 seconds ago. Why am I feeling it in my ears now?
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, nice is not how I describe it, but yeah. Yeah, nice. Absolutely nice. It's the best. Hey everyone, and welcome to the HOTT Show, the honest, open, transparent talk show. I'm your host Chris, and with me today is Jason Vorpagel. How you doing?
I am nervous as sin. How are you?
Oh, I am feeling that too. Right there with you. This is the Extreme Edition, and we are not joking with that. You know, we're going to be diving in. I mean, people can probably, if they've been tuning in, they can already see. This is typically what we have at stage 3 of our hot sauces. And we're just going to be kicking that off stage 1 and actually ramp up from there. What normally is our hottest sauce, we'll have 2 levels that are higher than that.
There we go. That's nice.
Yeah.
Won't put hair on your chest, but maybe a nice layer of peach fuzz.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is kind of our first ramp up level for a lot of our guests. I think it's important too to note to people that
You okay?
I'm okay. I'm just kind of more in fear of what's coming. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Yeah. Sorry. So Jason, you are actually like a hot sauce like connoisseur. Like you just kind of like eat and breathe this stuff.
I do appreciate good sauce.
So yeah, today's show is going to be a little flip-flop from what we probably typically see, which is me not necessarily struggling as much with hot sauces and the guests struggling with hot sauces. Today is probably going to be me struggling a lot with hot sauces, attempting to ask questions while our guest just sits here in perfect posture. Probably the whole episode.
Don't give me too much credit, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as you asked me to do this, I went cold turkey on all hot sauce. So
Yeah.
that way I didn't have any preconditioning. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah. Wing Boy's bringing out our next wings here.
Thank you, Wing Boy.
This will be our 100% pain. You can.
Dang, that is thick.
It is. This is the thick boy sauce right here. So.
Thick.
Yeah, that is, I compare it to a salsa, not so much a hot sauce. It's
Almost
a hot
like
salsa.
Chutney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's just like, yeah, it's crazy thick. So,
I've never tried this. I've just smelled it.
yeah, so,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
It doesn't really taste that great.
No.
It's not something I'll probably ever use outside of this right now. So, so our first photo, I thought it would be the best way to start it off because usually when I do these, I have to do like some deep diving on like Facebook, Instagram, just like Google searching, just trying to find like random pictures of people. When I decided to start looking for your photos, I literally just had to stop as soon as I got to your profile because your profile picture, I was like, there we go. That's the photo that I needed to start off this whole thing is your profile photo. So thank you for that because it's by far the quickest search that I've ever had to do.
Trying to set you
Especially
up for
for
success.
yeah, no, absolutely. But I kind of just wanted to know a little bit of more like backstory as far as, you know, kind of what's going on here. Because from what I understand, this is kind of like your family's hobby and stuff.
Yeah, and it's a really recent hobby. Like,
Yeah.
we only started maybe 3-4 years ago, something like that, going there. And I just started taking photos of the people there. I mean, it's a community event. You've got people with all walks of life, all sorts of belief systems.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, can I take your photo? And I take a nice one, edit it all, get their email, and send it to them.
Yeah.
Just as a, here you go.
Yeah.
Met a lot of people, and what was really cool is after now several years, we've become like the, I don't know, official photo photographers of the Ren Fair. So we just
Nice.
get in, we take a bunch of photos for them, send them off to people, and just try to show the love of Jesus.
And they're awesome. I mean,
Yeah,
like
they're
I picked this one because it was your profile photo, but like I could have picked any of those photos, and they're fantastic. Like all of them from that whole experience and stuff. Just other people too. I will say that going through all of your photos as well, you were the first person that I've really struggled with. Like, I wanted to include photos that didn't necessarily even have you, just because of the experiences alone. I usually kind of just peel apart, and then I attack one, and then I attack the other. Or, like, when we get to the future ones, I'm gonna just take off all the meat and then just ka-chow.
That's not even tasty.
No, it's not. It's just hot. So, yeah.
It wants to be hot.
No. I mean, yeah, that's what I meant too. It wants to be hot.
Sorry.
It's like not even hot at all, honestly. It's like baby food, honestly. Like, it's not even phased.
Hot sauce that is not hot is just sauce, and sauce is sad.
The sauce is sad. That's awesome. So this next one, this is the bomb. Usually this is what we usually build up to. This is the end of the episode. And so this is usually where I try to spend as much time as possible asking questions, talking about things. Before we dive into the wing, yeah, I think I'm going to go numb by the end of this. I'm kind of fearful.
You got this,
that.
bro. You can do this.
We can do it.
You can do this.
We're going to make it. Okay, so before we dive into this, let's talk about this photo right here, which is kind of another, like the last one was a little bit of a cosplay. This again,
Yeah.
definitely cosplay. Little like Red Dead Redemption type stuff here.
Cosplay gone bad. That's really what that was.
Yeah.
So this was Snowpocalypse 2019, right?
Yeah.
Service is closed for Sunday. We're like, all right, let's go down. Ran down to the snow. We have like 2-foot snow drifts in that area. No one had been down there at the Chumna Park. So we got 30 minutes of sunlight left. Go down there to do this whole shoot, and about half an hour in, I go to do a jump. So I want to do an action thing, and I thought I stepped on a twig, and I feel under my left foot, snap. And I was like, oh, there's a twig under there, because the snow went up all the way to my knee, right? And as I jump and twist, then I realize, no, because I feel it in my teeth. And as I'm falling, I'm like, dadgummit, because I know exactly what happened. And I'm like, you know, all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So at this point, the sun is set. I'm just kind of taking stock. I know it's broken really bad. I've broken most of the bones in my body, right? So I'm like, okay, we can get through this. I got probably 60 minutes of adrenaline, and then I'm screwed.
Yeah.
So we have got to get out of here, and I can't walk. I can't do nothing.
Yeah.
So in that photo, I told Tyler and Mike Cabrera, I'm like, look, okay, I'm going to get up. I'm using an unloaded 12-gauge side-by-side shotgun. I'm going to use it as a crutch.
Yeah.
And this is going to suck, but get some good photos, because I'm going to be screaming my brains out. And walked out as far as I could, which wasn't very far. And because that really stinking hurts, man.
Yeah.
It does. But then we got out and dragged myself backwards a ways. We tried a bunch of different techniques, because again, those snow drifts are brutal. So like you can't feel when your hips down and your snow's up to here. You're just numb. And I'm like, we got a problem. So we were about a quarter mile in.
Oh wow.
And just dragged out, went full on revenant, got to the truck and went to the hospital and went home, and I cooked them both steak, and then I sat down.
Oh my word.
It was awesome. It was a good day.
Yeah.
It was a very good day.
So just to clarify for people, this photo that we're looking at, this was taken, you are broken at this point.
My left leg is in 7 or 8 pieces.
Oh my word. That's insane. You know, but I always love it, because I'm like, dude, that is
not a
just
lot
like
of,
the snow. Like you just can't.
So bad.
I just feel like you can't even like set up. Like it's just so authentic. Like you really were there, man. You went as far as to just break a leg to really simulate the what would it be like to not have transportation and have a broken leg and have to hike yourself out.
You say that as though that's some sort of predetermined commitment to excellence on my part. No, that was unintentional authenticity.
Yeah, unintentional authenticity. I love it. I love it, man. That's awesome, though.
That was a good day, though. That's a really good day.
And then, and then you were scootering around for a while after that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That knee scooter was awesome.
Man, you were hauling on that, and then your son followed suit shortly after. And
yep.
You guys were racing through the hallways. And
Yeah, and then he fell off his knee scooter and broke his
Yeah.
arm, so he had a busted foot and a busted hand, like he's overachieving.
yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Medical
It's good.
bills, awesome.
Medical bills, awesome. Yeah. All right.
Let's do
So
this.
let's dive into this.
So this is the game breaker for a lot of people.
This is the game breaker for a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, I mean myself as well. Now, if it's not the game breaker for you, I'll pretend that I just said that and just be like,
No. I'm gonna put my hair back, in anticipation of having my ears melt off.
Yeah.
You doing okay, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I think I'm doing fine. Check in after this one. This is when the interview. I don't know how the interview is gonna go after this one. That's more of what I'm curious about. So, let's see.
Some liquid smoke in there. Okay.
I think if I throw the plate away faster, the heat will go away faster. That's my technique. Yeah. What you think?
It's there. It's there. It's I can see where that would hurt some people.
Yeah. It's a hot sauce.
It's nice.
You would call that a hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
You have to think about
It's
it,
respectable.
but it's a respectable hot sauce.
Yeah. It doesn't come in like excruciating right away. No. It's tasty. A lot of liquid smoke.
Yeah. A lot.
All right.
So, right. Yeah, next wing.
Yeah.
Whew. Next question.
Thank you. So here's my caveat.
Okay.
'Cause I had my tonsils like taken out like 4 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, this is where it's going to get interesting. At the same time, they took out my uvula. So like I have no uvula. So if I like and it comes back up, it shoots straight up my nose.
Oh.
So if you see me suddenly go 5 shades of red and start screaming for my mama,
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Okay. Okay, what do I do?
Just point and laugh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what my kids do.
When you went up, I thought you were gonna go like this.
If it goes with that pressure, I will tilt my head back and I will christen you, my friend. Do you see what I did there? Christen.
You will christen. You will christen. I'm gonna probably just do this. Okay. I'll probably just
2 points.
just 2-point shot. All right.
I
Okay.
think the bomb does build a little bit.
It does. It just sits and it builds.
Yeah.
And you're like, I wasn't feeling it in my ears 5 seconds ago. Why am I feeling it in my ears now?
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, nice is not how I describe it. But yeah. Yeah, nice. Absolutely nice. It's the best. I love it. So this next photo.
You
know,
can
kinda
do this, man.
shifting-
Come on, you got this.
I
You
know.
got this. You can do it.
All right, man. Shifting gears, like family. I love family, man. Like it's great, you know. So no, you guys took a family trip, and I just kind of wanted to kind of hear, where did you guys go? Kind of like what were some of the highlights of this trip for you and your family? Yeah, and just kind of talk to me a little bit about it.
Okay. Last December in 18, I guess 2 Decembers ago, we went over as a family to Israel with a really small group. So I don't even think there was 30 people, and maybe a third of them was my family. So both my brothers, sister-in-law, my beautiful bride Lindsay, and today's her 40th birthday. Love you, babe. Happy birthday. And then Michael and Sarah, we all went over, and so to actually get past, reading about all these names and everything, that was really important to me.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, now that we went and we come back, they hear stuff in Mark's sermon. They can tell you where Capernaum is. They know where all this happened was. They know where Jesus healed the guy with the withered hand in the synagogue because they've stood in that synagogue.
Yeah.
And it made everything come to life. And so that was the goal. I don't want, as a father, bro, you don't want your kids to live on your faith. You want them to have their own faith.
Right.
Right? And that was the whole goal.
Yeah.
Expensive goal, but important, super important and worth it. And so this photo, we are just outside the old city of Jerusalem. So in that, this area right here, it's what's called the Southern Steps. Now the city of Jerusalem got leveled in 70 AD. Rome was just pissed off and said, no, you're done. Can I say pissed off?
You should be able to.
Sweet. Rome was mad.
Yeah. Rome, big mad.
Big naughty face mad. Anyway, so they leveled everything. So most of the things that you see in Jerusalem are rebuilt. You'll see a lot of, remains and crap like that.
Yeah.
One of the few things that they know is still intact is these southern steps. And those are the steps that you had to walk up to go into the temple. And Jesus walked there. And so that's one of the few places. It was a blast, man. We had a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it goes without saying, but I'm just going to make sure that it's clear for everyone. You would encourage everyone to at least try to make this trip happen in their lifetime.
You'll never ever read the Bible the same way again because you won't be reading it.
Yeah.
You'll smell it.
Yeah.
You'll hear it.
Yeah.
It is just, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's super cool.
Going through all of your photos and stuff of your trip and everything, and even just, this isn't the first time we've kind of talked about this, but I've never really felt like that compelled to make a trip like that until you kind of more articulated it to me and stuff. And yeah, it's definitely something that is on our family's bucket list for sure.
Awesome. Well, at the end of this trip, when everyone left, my immediate family and my brothers and all, we stayed an extra 3 days with no tour guide.
Yeah.
So we're right by all the old ancient 1,200-year-old churches and all this craziness, and just became one with the culture, man. It was cool, and we all got tattoos.
Yeah.
Every one of them. My 12-year-old daughter, I let get a tattoo in a third world country. Why not?
Yeah. I know.
America.
Not America.
Not America.
Not America.
American dad.
Yeah. But no, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really cool. And I mean, what a way for them, honestly, to kind of always remember the trip and everything too. And this is something that you're like, man, I want to make sure my kids remember this forever.
Yeah.
So what better way than to brand them,
Well, dude, this tattoo shop had been in the same family 27 generations.
Wow.
It's a Gothic Christian family. It's in this hole-in-the-wall shop that was built by the original Crusaders.
Wow.
Templars got tattooed there, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yes, please.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
That's awesome. That's so cool, man. Now it gets interesting. So this is our first step above the bomb.
This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. And so it's interesting because we were debating on there's two versions of this Dave's Gourmet hot sauce, and this one is technically the hottest one, technically, because it's the Insane Plus Plus, where the other one is the Insane Plus. Okay, because they're not just hot, they're not extreme hot. They're Insane Plus and Insane Plus Plus, and we're working with ghost peppers now. Now we have
a lot of ghost peppers.
A lot of ghost peppers. Heavy ghost pepper
Dude,
concentrate.
smell it.
It's just, I don't know if I want to. I feel like if I smell this, I'm not going to eat the wing. Yeah. I'm not going to eat the wing. No, I'm just kidding. I got to eat the wing. I have to.
No, man, it's two totally different approaches of attack.
Yeah.
So the Insane Plus Plus, you're going to taste it, and you're like, oh, wow, okay, that's not, and then it's going to build, and you're going to be like, dear sweet God, get me off this plane right now.
Yeah.
The Insanity just comes in with a pitchfork and a coal and shoves it down your throat right away. Yeah. And then it just giggles.
Okay. They both sound
delicious.
Yes.
Let's do this. Come on.
All right.
Now you got this, Chris.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. We're great. Just mind over matter. It's just another wing.
Sure.
Yeah. It's actually sriracha. It's not.
Okay. We'll go
It's not ghost pepper sauce. What are you talking about?
So good.
It's a slow build.
It's a slow build. Anthony Clark was over at my house once, and I gave him a bit of it. I think it was more entertaining for me than for him. Yeah, it was hot. Yeah?
Oh, man. Yeah.
And then you just kind of sit back,
Yeah.
Do some deep breathing. Yep. And it's just gonna keep going.
Yep. Yep, it's just gonna keep going. All right, let's go on to the next
You got
question.
this, bro.
Let's go on to the next question. Yeah.
Oh, I missed some. That's some good stuff.
Oh my gosh. Just...
Thank you, Wing Boy.
Yes, thank you, Wing Boy.
This one's good.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to this one.
Yeah. So this is the insanity, as he just said earlier. This is the one that it just hits immediately and does not stop for a while, and it's a pitchfork little terribleness. So for me, I feel like we kind of saved, I don't want to say the best for last, but I feel like everyone who has ever met you has asked themselves the question, what does Jason look like without a beard? And this is maybe one of the only photos I could find
Pretty
of
much.
you. This is the only time that I can find that you do not have a beard. I have a creeping suspicion I know why you don't have a beard. So before we dive into this, kind of tell me a little bit about this stage in your life, pre-beard Jason.
So in that photo, I'm 17 years old, like brand new 17 years old. I was a active kid, and so military school was the best place for me, frankly. Believe it or not, I wanted to go to military school, and I loved it. So it was all boys military school. It was raised by active duty Army and Marine Corps, and you lived there, man. It's called the West Point of the West, and that was right before I was getting commissioned as an officer. So I kind of worked my way up through the years. Sergeant, squad leader, platoon sergeant, platoon leader, first sergeant, and then was just getting commissioned to become a lieutenant, which means you lose all your power. Yeah. So that's why there's no epaulets on my shoulders.
Okay.
But everything else, like all the stuff on my left, all the medals, most of that was just rifle competition. So I would competitive shooting throughout the nation, and then also did a silent drill team. We were spinning the rifles around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, was the sergeant for that for a while, and did that for 3 years. Loved it. Broke 7 fingers. Got a concussion. It was awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was great.
You throw it up and it just like, how does that?
That one of them almost happened like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're throwing them in your head if you're too close to each other.
Yeah.
And you're doing the helicopter and it's spinning. Our platoon leader was a moron, didn't have us do double arm.
Yeah.
And so we're right next to each other, and you have that front iron sight of 1906 Springfield spinning around.
Yeah.
And the guy to my right just got a little sloppy, hit my rifle, and my iron sight came up and went boom!
Yeah.
And I saw stars, and I started to go over, and I just stood back up and went to attention and just stood there.
Yeah.
Sergeant comes over, and he's looking at me, and like one pupil's like this, and the other one's like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, hurts, doesn't it? And I'm like, yes, Sergeant! Do better, yes, Sergeant!
Yeah.
We rehearsed for another 2 hours, and then I went and got an x-ray, and big old fat concussion.
Oh, man.
But we were doing it the next day. Built character.
Yeah.
Just like this is about to.
Yeah, I would say so. I was curious because you went to Full Sail University for college.
Yeah.
And was that like directly after this then, or no? There was a period of time in between those two things.
Yeah, and so like you graduate high school, you feel all this pressure to go into college and all
Right.
that. So I did community college for a year. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right, a lot of people don't. And so at that season, my parents both gave me some good advice. They said, if you don't know what you want to do, don't throw the money away.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing any homework.
Yeah.
Just getting solid B's, going ace the test, that was it. But didn't know what I wanted to do. So I ended up, because we were in San Diego, I found this massive clipper ship down at the San Diego Maritime Museum. And so I walked down there and said, I want to work here. And they were all a bunch of retired guys working at this, and I'm like 18. And they're like, okay, we'll make you do the dumb, dangerous stuff. Like climb up to the Royal Yard and paint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
so I did
whatever.
that for a couple years and lived on an old ship and helped restored it and sailed all through the northwestern hemisphere and just got some life under me, and took a train, went across the United States on my own for 2.5 weeks. So
that's crazy.
Stuff like that. And then when I finally figured it out, what I wanted to do, then I snapped my back.
Yeah.
And so that's where I spent 2 years with a busted back in bed, and that's when I found Jesus.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep. Yeah. So some people they feel like they have to be broken to find Jesus, and that's.
Oh yeah.
You
absolutely.
literally.
Well, dude, I'd gone from being super independent, super independent, to I'm on a walker.
Yeah.
Right? And so, no, I'm done. I am done watching everything on the History Channel 4 times and OD'd on a lot.
Oh, wow.
And, that's a whole long other story, but it's cool.
Part 2. No, I'm just kidding.
We can go hotter.
No, we know.
Yeah.
I mean, we can. And when I say we, I mean you can. I will be CGI. I will be a CGI character. There will actually just be a garbage can here that you'll be talking to, and we'll just throw the wings into it.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. That being said,
we're about to make a mistake.
We are about to make a horrible mistake. So you guys don't have to.
That's a lot of sauce, bro.
It is. It is a lot. I was trying to be a goofball with Jason and be like, watch, I'm only gonna put a little drop, and then it turned into a lot. So I pre-peeled these because I'm just gonna down them real fast. That's not gonna help, but psychologically it helps me.
Fastest way through a storm is going straight through it.
Yep. Yep, I won't talk.
Delicious. I feel like I should start interviewing you at this point.
No, man. We're good. We're good, man.
You're doing great, Mike. You're doing great.
Probably the most encouraging guest that I've had on the show. The only encouraging guest. Everyone else is like, what have you done?
I didn't get enough, honestly. I want more.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, and that reminds me too.
Last dab, baby. That was so good.
Yeah, me too. I wanted some more of that as well. So in the comments, a lot of people have been shouting out to our wing boy, which if you don't know is Anthony Clark.
Wing boy.
Which, dude, huge prop to Anthony Clark. Raise the Roof, shout out to him. You guys, so when you're watching this, there's one more episode that you're going to see with a very special guest next week. But just so you guys can hear a little bit of back end, this is the last recorded episode that we're doing for this series.
So good.
Which is bittersweet. My stomach is thanking me for taking a break, for sure. But one of the things that keeps coming up is to see people, even on Wednesday nights when the preview's playing, they're like, we want to see Wing Boy eat a wing. So we actually did prepare a wing with the Insanity sauce, and it's sitting right over there. So we want to invite Anthony Clark out. Woo! Oh yeah, baby.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it supposedly.
Yeah. Oh, supposedly. Oh, okay.
We can put more on it. That's fine.
Yeah. Dude,
I'm
Anthony.
Dude. They don't call me Tremors for nothing, guys.
They don't call me Tremors for nothing.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You got this. You got this.
All right.
Wing boy. Wing
Just
boy.
a second. I just want to make sure. Dylan, is he all good? Are we good to see him consume this wing, or does he need the shift?
That's just pure red. That's like blood red.
Yep. Yep.
Ready, Dylan? Okay.
All right.
Come on, Wing boy. You got this.
Wing boy. Dude, he is shaking going in. He's taking it though, man. He got it.
The bird's like.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just embrace it. Hug the
Embrace
cactus,
it.
man. Just lean into it and be like, I love you.
This one guy told me snapping your fingers next to your ears helps.
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so? Oh, you
no.
told me that.
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah, you did.
Is it working?
It's hot.
Did good.
Really good.
Good job. Let's give it up for Wing Boy. All the
Yeah.
emojis, all the clapping hands.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. He's taking donations of chocolate milk.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, please.
Off camera, you're just gonna hear this.
Yeah. Hey, if you want a pudding, you can have a pudding. We got some pudding over there. And then, are you drinking? You got your own, but were you also drinking the Dairy Gold or no?
Yeah, actually, I'm good.